Thanks, John. Good morning to you all. When I submitted my presentation to Chris yesterday, I told him that it was going to be 85 slides and I'd probably take about an hour and a half. And his face fell dramatically. I'm pleased to announce that it won't be 85 slides. It'll probably be only about 12 slides, which I'm not going to go through in great detail. Joking apart, I'm not going to mention Brexit because what I'm going to do is talk about the trends in motorsport, the trends in fan engagement that we have researched throughout the world. And initially, we've looked at what's happening in the motorsport world. We look at many sports across the world and compare them and find out what is happening. But I think more interesting to everybody is, as John said, fan engagement is so important because actually that brings the fans to motorsport, that brings the series on the television screen. And so it's very, very important that we actually engage with fans. And as you will have noticed in the many years that I've been involved in motorsport research and involvement in sponsorship, that it's changed. We started our business 30 years ago, and luckily throughout that 30 years we've grown it into a large organization and finally sold it about 8 years ago, and it's finally taken over by Nielsen, which is one of the largest intelligence insights company in the world. And my small company, Nielsen Sports, is part of that organization. Now, hopefully, technology will work. And I've condensed this into what I call the top 10 commercial trends in motorsport in 2017. The first one is that nowadays everybody can produce content, and content I mean films, I mean pictures, etc., etc. So where it's changed dramatically is that broadcasters don't have quite so much control over what people see, because in social media now you can put a video up on YouTube and show what's happening in whatever motorsport series. So one of the main sort of changes over the years has been the actual, what we call the IP owners, which the owners of what you produce. And that can be, as I say, transmitted to a wide range of people through the new media. Next is that in the global motorsport market, China, and in fact in the global trends of anything, China is becoming more and more important. Realistically, 32% of urban China are interested in motorsport. Now, you know how big China is. I think the whole sort of industry in China is growing and growing, but the actual population of China is something like 1.2 billion people. Now, a lot of those obviously live in the countryside, but the urban population, 32% are interested in motorsport. Of those 32%, 21% are interested in Formula One. A huge opportunity. New audiences, as we've talked about, and has been mentioned often, social media. Everybody talks about social media. It is here to stay. It will go on. It will increase. And what a change in 30 years of my lifetime in sponsorship and sport. When I was first started, we had 4 TV channels in the UK. Now we have probably 400 access. We have social media, we have the internet, we have Snapchat, we have Twitter. And we've seen over the last years, and in fact since we mentioned Donald Trump, how he's used Twitter to publicize his activities. So it's a huge business, and also there are huge opportunities. As we mentioned, as John mentioned, Formula One Live last night. I hope a lot of people saw that either on TV or you may have even been at the event. It was a fantastic event. It was a great opportunity to bring Formula One, which is the pinnacle of motorsport, but it doesn't mean to say that that's the only way that one can bring it. Formula E has been brought to the cities as well. But they put that together in a very short space of time for, unfortunately, the reasons of that we all know about, the security. It was only announced on Tuesday to the public. I think it was known to the industry for many, many weeks. But it was a fantastic show, and with the entertainment from, I think it was Little Mix and Kaiser Chiefs. My children would be proud of me that I actually know who they are. But it was an amazing evening. They were blessed with good weather, and if you saw the pictures on TV, it gave London, which is so important at the moment, a fantastic backdrop to an excellent event. Now, the fourth area is live sport gaining traction in other media than TV. When I mentioned that there is a huge new media situation at the moment, it means that live TV can be broadcast not only on mainstream channels, but in sub-channels, digital channels, the internet, etc., etc. So important for other series than Formula One and MotoGP, who luckily have free-to-air coverage and subscription TV. If you've noticed that the Motorsport series, which are not those two, are broadcast now, so it means that from everybody's point of view, other motorsport series to Formula One and MotoGP can be seen by fans. So important for the whole of the motorsport industry. New revenue streams, which again we talked about with regard to is very important in our business, are being generated by social media. Esports. I didn't know what esports was until I saw it on TV. Huge business, huge in the States. And what is interesting is that traditional motorsports fans, 43% of them are interested in esports. I'll be able to circulate these slides to you afterwards, but it's a very interesting phenomenon. People actually going to places like Wembley Stadium and watching people play motorsport games or other games on TV. Social responsibility, very important in all of our lives. Formula E have done a fantastic job in bringing electric motor racing to the cities. And that's going to continue. Volvo, I think, have just announced that all their cars after 2019 will be hybrid or electric. A fantastic opportunity to promote social responsibility. Obviously, I would say that it's very important to invest in data and insights. And that's how we built our company, providing to the sports industry, to everybody involved in the sports and motorsports industry, data on which to build your business cases, whether it to be the bank or indeed to the marketing opportunities. Use data. There is a lot of it about. Some of it's free. Obviously, our company charges, but that's just one of those things. But it's very important to have data. We live in a data-driven economy. We live in a data-driven industry as well. Now, last and not least is what we call finding out how we can crack the investment, the sponsorship code, the evaluation. Everything, as I say, is built on data. And it's very, very important that when you're putting together a strategy and also how to counteract the possibility that Brexit will impact your business, is how you can go out to the marketplace, how you can go out to the global marketplace, indeed, and crack how you can invest and which is the right opportunity to invest. Otmar mentioned that for 3 years he thought he was lucky, but indeed he bases his operation a lot on data, whether it's engineering data or marketing data. So for the growth of everything, for the growth of your industry, for the growth of your company, it's really important to do that. So I think it's changed, life's changed. We've got Brexit, we've got Donald Trump, we've got Theresa May, and we've got an ever-changing marketplace out there. But the future is changing. The world is a fully connected place now, whether it's through new media, whether it's through traditional media, and indeed whether it's through anything which you're involved in. People are well informed, so they need to know what is happening. Is your business ready? I'm sure it is. Looking at the number of people here today and the interest that people talk to me about, I think the motorsports industry is well connected. It's looking to the future, it's overcoming the difficulties, and where there are difficulties, there are always opportunities. So thank you for your attention. I think we were taking questions later or on a panel. So I'd be delighted to do that. I'm around all day. I'm sorry if some of it's a bit technical, but as I say, if you'd like to have the presentation and also talk to me, then please let me know. Thank you.
Thank you, Nigel. Thank you.